Right guys, just before we start the tutorial, I thought I'd show you some screenshots of what it looks like with RTX on and off. Obviously it's off. It looks so much better and reflections in that. So there you go guys, now we'll do the tutorial. Right guys, I've done this video a minute ago for like 25 minutes and then realised I forgot the most important thing, which is display depth. Right, this is oh, what's it called? Bloody hell, Complete RT 1.4. It's a way that you can add ray trace reflections and global illumination to games using Reshade. I actually had to buy this one, so I had to sign up for Patreon to actually get the download. But it's well worth it. It works so well. Reshade is a program that you can add post-processing effects like DLAA, FXAA, adaptive sharpening, cartoon, all sorts of different filters to add to games. And this new one, because I've found with like pastel glitches and the normal nice guy shaders, the display depth plays up a little bit, but this one works so well, and the reflections and that are so much better than anything I've had before. It also uses motion vectors which help determine where the rays go and stabilizes all the images. So I've got two versions of Reshade for you, because I went on Reshade earlier. I'll see if it's back up again, but I couldn't get the new version. Because their website's oh, it's there now. So we'll try the new one. I'll put that one on, and I want the add-on version. The add-on version is only for single player games. The that one you're supposed to be able to play on multiplayer, but I would not use this on any multiplayer game because you could be banned. Where's my photo just gone there? So I wouldn't use any of them on multiplayer, but I do like the add-on one because it hasn't got the restrictions of the other ones. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to launch it. This build of Reshade is intended for single player games only and may cause bans in multiplayer games, but I wouldn't use any version on multiplayer. So now we got to find our exe. PC games run on different APIs. You've got OpenGL, DirectX 9, 10, 11, 12 and Vulkan. And if you don't know what your game's running, Reshade normally picks it up automatically what you need. But if it doesn't, to make sure I've got no leftover files, if it doesn't, if you've got MSI Afterburner, when you launch the game it tells you what API it uses. So I'm going to go to Browse, find my game, which is, I'm doing it on Batman. So mine's in S, Steam Library, Steam Apps, Common, Batman Arkham Knight, Binaries, Win64, Open. So you find your game exe and go to Open, go to Next. Well, we've got OpenXR now. I haven't even heard of that one. So see, it's automatically told me it's running DirectX 10, 11 or 12. I think it's 11, but it's all the same. You go to Next. Right here you have all your different types of shaders. If you highlight it, it's not actually telling you on this one. You used to be able to highlight it and it tell you exactly what shaders it actually comes with. I bet it does it bloody after, so if I go like legacy, there you go, it showed me now. So legacy effects, and you choose which ones you want. Like I don't use bloom, so you can just untick them. Denoise, depth field, fake motion blur, so you can have whatever you like, but I'm not going to have this one. Like on ashtray, areTwo, we've gone straight past it. That's one of the best ones. So if you click on that, DLAA and FAAA. So you got digital learning anti-aliasing, and you've got normal anti-aliasing. But I'm not going to tick any of these because I have all my favourite shaders here. So once you've picked your shaders, you go to next. And they've got quite a few different ones here now. So click on them. Photo mode. Yeah, they've got quite a few different add-ons now. Adds a button to display depth effects. But I'm not going to bother with that. You can go through it all if you like, guys, but I'm just going to go to next. And finish. But what I'm going to do, these are all my favourite shaders in here. So I'm just going to transfer them across. Because some shaders you can't get anymore. Some of the old ones you've got like snow and all sorts of different shaders, but they don't work anymore. But I've still got them all backed up. So now we will start the game. Because when I was doing this earlier, the main one I forgot was actually the display depth, which makes a lot of games, it needs it for ray traced effects, SSDO, MXAO and stuff like that. I've got it on a lower resolution at the moment, so you can see how I do the reshade settings. Right, so here, I want to get out of the car. I'll sit up here for a minute. So home button brings up your reshade. You click on options, continue, continue. I'm just going to go finish here because I don't need anything else. And you can scroll your mouse up and down. First thing I'm going to stick on is HDR. It's a fake HDR, but I never found any HDR works properly on my whatever TV I've had. Right, so first thing with different effects, I always find display depth first. If you can't see display depth, sometimes it gets interfered by TAA, FXAA, anti-aliasing. So if you turn that off in game first, if it doesn't appear, I will show you. So if I type in DIS with display depth, you can search up here, and this is what the display depth looks like. If it doesn't look like this, it might look like I'll just show you before I show you how to change it. It may look like this, or the picture might be upside down. If it's like this, then it's wrong. So then you just go to the global properties and you click 0, come off the screen and push enter. If it's upside down, or click your mouse. If it's upside down, then you push 1 and click mouse off the screen. It will show it upside down now. So now it's upside down. So if it's like that, edit global processing, change that to 0 and click on the screen. And if you still can't pick it up, you can go to the second tab, and sometimes you got to click on these to get it to work properly, because you might end up with pictures like this. So this is working fine. Once you got your display depth, you know everything's going to work. And here you have options. I might put down the resolution for you again actually, guys, just so you can see it a bit better. So now you definitely able to see it better. So display depth has to look like that. And if not, you change it in these options here, or in the second tab with these options. But once you've got display depth, you find to go with every single filter that you want. So with this you have motion vectors, which you want to find first, which is can't remember what bloody hell it's called. Where to immerse launchpad. This makes it run a lot more stable using motion vectors, and you have to make sure you can just tick and drag it up and down. Make sure this one's right at the top. And then what we want to do, you want complete RT, so you can see it just working slightly. So we'll put that up here, and these are all your different options. First of all, we'll find where it shows our lighting channel. So go to debug, click on none, and click on lighting. So you can see some of the lighting working here, and here you have different qualities: medium, high, but I'm going to stick with medium because it takes a lot of resources to run. And because you've always got rain in this game, I'm going to have rainy mode. Right, and now we have ambient occlusion gives you depth under vehicles in sides of buildings. So you can, I'm just going to come out a bit. Ambient occlusion intensity, so you can add it up and down. Then you have GI exposure. So there you go, you can add more or less, whatever you want. Direct lighting obviously cuts it down.
How long will you struggle?
Then at the bottom here, because you have GI, you can use one or the other, either reflections or global illumination. But at the bottom, where you gone, it tells you here CRT hybrid mode, so that lets you use reflections and global illumination at one time. So you got CRT hybrid mode, and down here CRT hybrid mode, change this to 1, come off screen, push enter, and now it will use reflections and global illumination. So once you've done your quality up here, you also got your you can see it like closer up, but you can't really see it when I'm at a distance like this. Then you also have a UI difficulty, which gives you more options again, and it tells you here somewhere UI difficulty. So if you change it from 0 to 1, you end up with a lot more options now. And the other one is, because we're using motion vectors, which was this one, which gives it more stability, you have to change this one, CRT use launchpad, which we're using, and change that to 1. You can change sky colors, depth fade, which you can see it there. So you can see it all in real time, which is one of the best things. So now you've got surface thickness, ray length, so you can see the length of the rays at a further distance. Resolution scale, you got 56% or 100%, but if you put it at 100, it'll actually kill the game slightly. And this is the amount of rays you have. The more rays, the better. But there will be a cost in performance, so get to the point where, so I'm going to have it at 47 because I want a lot of difference in it. And then you have your reflections. You can't really see this unless you're on the ground. You won't see it up here, not a lot, but when you're on the ground you'll be able to see it a lot different. So there is quite a bit to it, and it's pretty much messing around, see what looks better for you and what you like and what you don't like. So now we'll turn off the lighting effects. And I normally use adaptive sharpening. It does make it a bit more crisper. And if you want to notice the difference, you've got before here, then you have after. So then you can see the difference in what the picture would look like before and after. Or what you can do, turn off the After Effect. In the third tab here, settings, you have effects toggle keys. So you can turn Reshade on and off. So I change that to F2. And you can see the difference then. See the reflections on the floor as well? And the way the light bounces off the walls. Oh. Yeah, and then
Alpha target hit. Going for the kill. Caller unit offline. What do they need us for? There's no way he's getting past those tanks. The boss says we.
another good one you have, instead of adaptive sharpening, you got clarity. Oh, I haven't got clarity 2 on this, so I'm going to have to change that and put it on. Clarity 2 is a lot better. Then also you got SSDO, which you can add to the game, which also SSDO screen space directional occlusion. Oh shit. Which I do like SSDO. It doesn't mix it always with some games.
They said there was an army out there. They really meant it.
PPX SSDO. So it just gives you extra depth around the edges if you want that. I'm getting 60 frames per second at 1440p.
About time, if you ask me.
Well, I'm going to put out the resolution now. But if I put it up, I'm going to lose a lot of frame rate. But with this game, you can use lossless scaling. But there's no point in trying to show you because, you know, I can go up high resolution. Where am I to? Donut. But I only get 36 frames per second. But with lots of scaling, I will get 60 frames per second. But if I try and use it, it turns off shadow play, so that doesn't work at all. I can put on OBS, but it didn't record properly in OBS. It kind of picked up the but unless I will try it, but if not, I'll cut this end of the video out. I'm going to go back up to 4K. Then I'll switch over to OBS because that's the only thing that will record it. Right, I flipped over to OBS, but you can't. What I've tried OBS, shadow play, action. I've tried so many different things to actually get this to record the overlay up here. I can see it, but you won't. But now it's a lot smoother. Really works well. you know, I'm getting 60 frames per second at 4K with no lag.
Wait to see the look on his face when you tell him his daughter's been kidnapped. And it's all your fault. This is going to be classic.
Yeah, so I'll just with the complete RT, you can turn down the reflections, but you won't be able to see it because it's too small now. But I hope you enjoyed the video, guys, anyway. And yeah, such a good program, makes it look so much better. Look at that in comparison. It's excellent, really good program. And it's well worth the money, which I don't normally do Patreon, but so there you go, guys. Cheers.